Good morning, everyone. We are the delegates representing Indonesia from Binus Court. Before discussing further regarding unity and diversity of Indonesia, we would like to introduce you to our beloved school. Binus is short for Nusantara, which means building a nation. It now has a total of 3 school campuses with a few universities all over Indonesia. These 3 school campuses are Binus Serpong, Binus Simpok, and Binus Bekasi. We are a very proud mission as our school values unity and diversity throughout the school by having 3 different campuses with different vision, yet wearing the same crest, bound by the same values, and working on the same ethos and culture. As an international school, we still remain to our roots by keeping batik in our school uniform to show our pride in being Indonesian. This is just an example of how Binus applies unity and diversity throughout the school. But we want to show you more about unity and diversity happening in Indonesia by this performance. Enjoy!
Rasa sayangnya, ku lihat dari jauh. Rasa sayangnya. has a representation of Indonesia itself. From friendly greetings from a neighbor to a stranger, to even songs about beauty of nature, to songs that are about cheap local homemade delicacies that not only brings warmth to your heart but also brings a sense of home, to even songs that are about gathering people into community. The land of Indonesia and the people of Indonesia has the same values and emotion that brings us back to who we are, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. Bhinneka Tunggal Ika is the national motto of Indonesia, which means unity in diversity. Diversity between all the different cultures, yet still uniting as one Indonesian citizen. Bhinneka Tunggal Ika promotes tolerance to all the differences happening in Indonesia. It is also inscribed in the national symbol of Indonesia, which is the Garuda Pancasila, that means power and strength. Bhinneka Tunggal Ika shows a resemblance of how Indonesia celebrates their uniqueness and how diverse our country is.
So to start off the presentation, we as Indonesia have chosen culture as a sub-theme to further discuss and elaborate from our perspective. So first off, I will start by discussing the traditional clothes of the Indonesian citizens. As you can see, all of us here are dressed in different versions of batik that can be found all over Indonesia. My own costume comes from Betawi and is made up of a white top with batik pants and also a sarung which is handed over the shoulder. For Brenda's costume, it is a baju bodo, which originates from the Sulawesi island, and especially for the green color, it represents the position of a woman of nobility. For Najla's costume, it is a kebaya and a tenun, which originates from the Javanese island. Over there, Edel's costume is a traditional kebaya, which is worn by the majority of women around Indonesia, mostly at traditional ceremonies as well as weddings. For Francis' costume, it is the modern version of batik worn by youngsters all around Indonesia, also at traditional ceremonies and weddings. Last but not least, Shifa's costume is the Balinese version of batik, which by the Balinese people, they use this to respect and honor the Indonesian Hindu version of the supreme god of creation. Now, how do all of these different types of clothing, all this batik, how does this transcend then into the theme of this year's APYLC, which is embracing diversity and valuing unity? Then, by having this centralized idea that Indonesia is so diverse in terms of clothing, in terms of traditional garments, but still every citizen is able to take into the idea that we are united under the idea that we appreciate our own costumes.
Apa kabar semuanya? Now, did you know that I just asked you how you were in Bahasa Indonesia? Now, Indonesia is a country of more than 1,000 islands, and in those islands we have over 500 tribes, each speaking their own dialects. For example, Jawa,
Piye kabare, Sunda, Kumaha damang,
Palembang,
Pokabar,
Bali,
Punakti Datra,
and also Papua.
Naragatutalo.
Now, in total, there are 726 languages spoken all across Indonesia, which has dropped from an outstanding 742. Now, you might be wondering, over 700 languages spoken amongst us, how do we understand each other? How do we respect each other? Well, the answer to that is our national language, our language of unity, Bahasa Indonesia.
So for the food, as you can see, there are a variety of food, but to make it simple, let me split it into two. There is East Indonesia and West Indonesia. And as you notice, that East Indonesia are more like seafood, fresh, sour, while West Indonesia are more like spicy, kick, punch. And let me show you something. Rendang. Rendang is actually one of the best food in the world, recorded by CNN a few years back. Why? Because it is slow cooked up to 8 hours, it is packed with flavor, full of spices, and it is just heaven on earth. It travels all around the world, it travels more than me. And let me share you a story. I lived in Jakarta, but I could get Papua food, Sumatra food, Kalimantan food near my house in just like 5 minutes. Why? Because not only people move, but food moves too. And this shows how diverse we are, but how united we are.
So, do you guys know that Indonesia has one of the most holidays every year? So, there are 6 official religions in Indonesia, which are Islam, Protestantism, Catholicism, Buddhism, Hinduism, and also Confucianism. The freedom in religion has allowed every citizen of Indonesia to practice many kinds of religious activities and also to celebrate it. That's why even for this year in 2018, we have about 21 national holidays, including our religious holidays such as Christmas, Easter, Eid, Vesak, and many more. And tolerance is a key to embrace our diversity, especially in religions. Based on my personal experience, during Muslims' Ramadan, my friends who are not fasting will show some of their respect by not eating or drinking in front of those who are fasting. So that by being tolerant to each other, this will actually help to maintain our harmony and gear towards a better unity in our diversity.
Alright, so finally, Indonesia's performing arts. There are more than 3,000 different types of performing arts across Indonesia, and the slide shows 4 of the examples. First off, in the top left, we have what is called tari piring, which translates to plate dance, and this was originated from Sumatra. So basically, during the performance, the dancers would actually balance ceramic plates on their hands as they carry out technical movements. Moving on to the top right, we have Mamanda from Kalimantan, and this is the more kind of traditional drama performance. On the bottom left, we have Wayang Kulit from the island of Java, and Wayang Kulit means shadow puppets. So basically, during the performance, we'll set up a silk screen, and a puppeteer will be responsible for controlling the puppets' movements while they chant and they recite their dialogue. Finally, on the bottom right, we have the Barong performance from Bali, and Barong itself is the lion creature that you could see in the picture on the screen. And some people believe that dancers during the performance, they get so engrossed in it to the point that if they don't do it properly, they could actually stab themselves. Now, despite all these different types of performing arts, we are united in a way that we use performing arts to commemorate our ancestors on their contributions and effort to our country's development, as well as to promote multiple positive moral messages, such as how good will always prosper over evil, and how we should always care for those around us despite all the differences that we might possess.
Sumpah Pemuda. Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, mengaku bertumpah darah yang satu, tanah air Indonesia. Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, mengaku berbangsa yang satu, bangsa Indonesia. Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, menjunjung bahasa persatuan, bahasa Indonesia. That is the point where they made a revolution. That is the point on 28 October 1928. They made an oath. That is the point where they declare that we are one. We are all different. We are all unique. We all come from different background, race, religion, descents. We are bounded with love, bounded with one purpose, and bounded with huge respect for our country, Indonesia. Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. And this we said to you that we have one motherland, one race, and one language. And we, all of you, together, right here, right now, at this APYLC event, embracing unity and valuing diversity, is the breathing and living proof of